I promise you guys, football fundamentals was not going away, and I'm coming at you with another one. And you'll notice the logo has changed a little bit. As usually you're seeing Saints plays. Today, you're going to see a play not only just from the New Orleans Saints, but also from their division rival, the Carolina Panthers. Texas concept. An angle route for the running back out of the backfield. Sounds simple, and in a lot of cases it is, but it can be very difficult to convert if you don't have a next-level athlete. And we'll show you why and what it can be successful against. So we're going to take a look at that today. Now remember, we're going to go a little bit quickly. These are short info videos. I hope you guys are enjoying them as I am in making them. We're going to read a little bit, then we're going to watch how we're going to do it. Let's go ahead and get started. So today, instead of Inside the Pylon, we're going to be reading from X's and O's. Well, X and O Labs, not X's and O Labs. And you guys can see their stuff when I get it put up here on the screen in just a second. Bam. All right. So those who haven't ever checked out X and O Labs, they're just another wonderful resource like Inside the Pylon and Smart Football and all these places out there on the internet that teach you more about the game of football. And one of the things I want to note on is it's another favorite, man. What am I going to say? Every video that you're going to see me make is something I like. It's a favorite. The Texas concept truly is simple. Using your running back in base routes, it is nothing more than an angle route for the running back out of the backfield. And you'll see a basic little note about it here. One of the most efficient concepts is the Texas concept, or running back angle route. And I like how they're breaking it down here. And this is coming from a high school perspective of how they're using it here. And you can just read the effectiveness they have. So it says, this year our staff decided it was best to tie the running back route into familiar concepts that they already run. And that's the beauty of it is, the beauty of it is the simplicity allows you to tie it into other things. You can combine it with, say, a smash concept. You can combine it with a scissor concept. You can combine it with a crossing pattern over the middle. It's something that you can draw in, because a lot of times when you're building your passing concepts, you're not always putting your running back in that, high-low read that you're developing on maybe a half-field side. So it adds a little bit of layer, and you can see the stats they pulled out here that they went 19 and 23 on this play. 83%, 5 TDs, 1 drop, 1 interception, and a pass interference. That's pretty good. And another thing I liked about this is they give you some diagrams. And here's the basic diagram that I want to break down and look at here. And as I said, this is simple. So you know where your running back is there. He's listed as B as your little letter. See the angle? See the cut in, and that is all it is. That it's as simple as that, and you can build routes around it to help clear out the middle of the field. And if you do that, you'll usually result in a big play. Now, the New Orleans Saints have used this effectively for several years now. We've seen Reggie Bush run it, Darren Sproles, more recently Alvin Kamara, and others. And it can be used to pick up 10 yards, a touchdown, or even maybe split the field open, especially going against a middle of the field open defense and drawing those safeties to the sidelines and gash them big through the middle of the field. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. We're going to talk about it from the short standpoint here in terms of goal line situation. And this is somewhere that you've seen the Saints use this a lot. This is against the New York Jets with Alvin Kamara. Let me go ahead and rewind it. So we're going to run it full, as we always do. Then we're going to slow it down and talk about it a little bit. So Alvin Kamara coming there out of the backfield. Bam, there's the angle. Perfect pass for Drew Brees. Easy walk in for a touchdown. Now, how does this work, you might ask? Well, the first thing we do is kind of what we talked about earlier. So we're in. You guys are going to catch on. What is this? Middle of the field. You got it. Open. See all that? It's open. Ain't nobody there. Middle of the field open. But that does mean usually that there's 2 guys back there. So now you got these 2 safeties. We've got to account for them and pull them if we're really going to open up the middle of the field. So we're going to run a corner route this way, and we're going to run corner routes this way to draw the safeties to where they probably believe is the biggest threat, because a lot of times you're playing high to low. So if you see high routes coming, you've got to protect against them. You don't want to get beat over the top. Corner routes in the end zone. Let's watch as it goes a little bit more. So you're going to see the tight end. He's got eyes on the linebacker. Middle linebacker is going to start carrying him up to the safety. Safety's watching, and you see the safety's peeking. He's peeking this route the whole time, but he's nervous. I'm not sure his call there. He could have a different call, but I'm assuming his call is the corner. And you see he's peeking at Drew. Where do I go? Because he's nervous about giving up this middle because his linebacker is trailing. But running a trail technique to a tight end from a middle linebacker is not the best. It's not a great scenario. And for New Orleans Saints fans, you'll recognize that 56 of who that might be. So now let's see the angle route of this, the actual Texas concept, Kamara, and going against the weak side linebacker. So he's going to make the quick cut, and because of his elite athleticism, you're going to see him pretty easily take the middle of the field. Now you're often probably wondering, what happened to the other safety on the other side? Well, this is something the Saints did, is they're going to run a fake screen. Basically, they're going to another quick in here, that they're going to screen it in, and they're running two clears that are basically clearing corners. So that safety sees Michael Thomas coming down, and he's like, oh, I've got to protect against this. So either way, he's on the opposite side of the hash. He's out the way. So there's concepts that they built around on this play on both sides to help take it away. And we'll see the Carolina Panthers in the next play we look at do the same thing. Let's watch it one more time, full speed. There's one knock I'm going to give this version of it, and it ends up in a touchdown, so how much of a knock can you really give it? But I got to say, and it's going to make all the Saints fans who watch the channel mad, in this particular instance, this one instance, I'm not saying as a whole, y'all better not be taking everything I'm about to say out of proportion. But in this one instance, Christian McCaffrey runs this route better, and I'm going to show you why. He sells it a little bit better in the actual concept. So let's run it through, and let's talk about what we see. Now, another reason I want to show this play is because the Saints have a different defensive front. And this goes to show, how you want to put these concepts together to help clear the field, because now we're in middle of the field close. So we've got one defender here. The Saints are in cover one. They've got man underneath. So middle of the field's closed. He's guarding all this space, but you got to clear him out to give your guy a chance to catch over the middle and run. So at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a little smash concept. We'll talk about what the smash concept is on another video. Haven't made that one yet. Let's go ahead and run it here in full speed so you can get an idea. There's McCaffrey out the backfield, just sells it perfectly. Linebacker gets turned around. He's not able to make a play, and then it's off to the races. And there's one thing about Christian McCaffrey. That guy's fast. Let's wind it on back, and let's talk about what they throw. So the Saints are going to be bringing an extra blitzer here off the back side here of the play. And that means that we've got now trips left. You see the tight end and two receivers. And then we've also got a receiver to our right as well as McCaffrey coming out. So it's important to note what we got here. We've got, it's an odd pattern to take, and I guess that's what happens when you're basically just trying to run a clear. But it's almost a post. It's just a very curved off, it's not really like a sharp cut. It's almost like he's splicing through the middle of the defense, trying to just drag people up there. And that might be very well he's doing on this play. As I said, at the bottom of your screen, you have the smash concept. And then if you look at the top of your screen, see right up there, he's basically just clearing out. It's just a fade route. He says run downfield. But what this does is the tight end is going to draw the safety, Marcus Williams, towards the opposite side of the field. And then they're passing it off from the linebacker. So the linebacker's now passing this off to Marcus Williams. So now he's got to cover the middle, and he's turned around. So now that he's heading in the wrong direction with his back, that was a horrible John Madden pin, with his back to the receiver, it's really tough for him to make a play. Now I want to hit the other angle, and this is the part where I said Christian McCaffrey ran it a little better. So on your right side of your screen, you're going to have the New Orleans Saints linebacker, Craig Robertson, special teams captain, good player, but has been shown to be, prone to some mistakes or even, just not be as good of an athlete as some other players. And this is a very tough matchup for anybody in the league based on what Christian McCaffrey can do with his skill set. So I want you to watch it from this angle, and you'll see what I see and why it's a little bit better than what Kamara did. Ooh, okay. Let's talk about it. So I still think Kamara in the same situation can catch that pass over the middle and probably take it to the house. But it's this sell right here that makes it so difficult. So one of the things you want to do in the Texas concept with this angle route, and you remember on your screen, we're going out and we're going up. So what we basically want to do is we want to pressure the defender, the main defender here, and we want to force them outside. So we want to get inside leverage on them and force them outside. And once we take that inside from them, if we've cleared the middle of the field, it's going to be very difficult for a team to tackle. And that's exactly what McCaffrey does here. Perfect. You could not have executed this better if you're Christian McCaffrey. So you're going to see him exit here. And this is the one thing that I liked more. This plant. So see how he's selling it. He's making a false plant. He's moving his momentum to the sideline. He sells it. And Craig Robertson takes the bait right there. And as soon as he does, McCaffrey adjusts. He dips low to keep his momentum and change that direction. And bam, he's off. He breaks the corner. He just runs this route just clean and perfect. And he's able to gash the Saints for what really is the only scary offensive play in this entire divisional round. If you're a New Orleans Saints fan, this is the only thing the Panthers were really able to do was this play right here is one of the big plays they had. It's because it's a beautiful route run, good concepts to mix, and then it's just off to the races, an athlete being a good athlete. Overall, though, I think, and I want to flash back just to that diagram just to show what I'm talking about one last time. And you can see why something so simple is one of my favorite plays for a running back to run out of the backfield because you can pair it with so many other your passing concepts. I keep mentioning things like the smash concept or a double slant or a double corner. Whatever you're trying to run in these instances, you can pair it with a lot of things without changing your other offense. So now it becomes something where you call the play the exact same way, which helps your team, and then you simply changed one thing. So now the running back, instead of getting a blocking assignment in his call, he gets a route added to it, and now he knows, okay, here's what I do, and bam, off the races. Love this play because of its simplicity, but also how effective it can be when utilized correctly. Like anything, you can't go spamming it. I mean, you can't run it once a drive and expect to find success, but I think that overall, it's just a beautiful concept, and it's something I think that everybody out there can now, after watching this video, spot and notice while you watch the NFL this upcoming season, or even college football or high school football, as this is a concept you will see littered throughout American football. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter. Anything helps. Everything helps, and share it out with your friends. If you really enjoy the video, please consider supporting us on Patreon and PayPal. Every little bit helps. For less than you can buy a hot and spicy or a McRib or anything. Anything. You can help make more of these videos happen. Love y'all. God bless. Hoodad. And we'll catch you on the next Football Fundamentals. Oh, I got to start that intro.